Good morning and welcome back to the diary. Thank you for joining me, and it's been a while. Been three or 4 weeks since I last saw you, or you last saw me, and I've been fairly busy, not necessarily with the fishing. So what have I been doing? Well, I've had 3 outings to try and catch a tench using the float gear, waggler, not a tench, on my local pond. And whilst I caught a few fish, no tench. The tench fishing seemed to take a dive, to be honest. It's not been easy, and I failed miserably on that one. And then I've had 2 weeks of sun, sea and ouzo to enjoy, which gave me a lot of time on a sunbed to plan the next parts of my summer fishing. And today is the first of those parts. I've come down to the big river with the Finesse gear for the 3rd attempt to catch a perch on the light gear. I'll tell you later when I show you the river where I am. I'll tell you later why I chose this spot, but I know there are perch here, so whilst the first 2 episodes of Finesse Amateur Hour were on the reservoirs, I wasn't sure just what the stock of perch were. I know there are perch here, so I'm quite hopeful that I can break my duck and get us a perch. So yeah, busy few weeks. It's good to be back, and let's see if we can get a fish here. Right then, here we go. First cast on the river. It would be a lot to expect. Anything on the first cast, I guess. Quite deep margin. But like I said, quite a lot to expect. So why this stretch of the big river? Well, this is one of quite a number of stretches on the big river that I do a lot of my pike fishing during the winter, and on many occasions I've sat staring at the floats waiting for them to bob along here, and watched the perch hunting down the fry and the small silvers. Occasionally see big spiky dorsal up on the surface. So I know they're here. I don't know whether you'll see this, but you can see some fry on the surface just here at the moment. So I know this stretch holds perch, and I've actually seen a photograph of another angler's success, which was a very big perch by anybody's standards. So that's why we're here today. Whether we can turn the knowledge, the intelligence into a success, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Ooh. Those of you that have watched Finesse Amateur Hour 1 and 2 will have at some point heard me say, I don't know what to expect by way of a bite. Whether it's a proper thump or just a gradual tightening or what. I really don't know. And I've yet to catch my first fish of any sort doing this sort of stuff. But just then, when I went to lift, it tightened, and my heart rate went up. I suspect it was just a bit of a snag or something, but it's quite exciting, interesting to see. I'm saying interesting. It'll be a relief. It'd be a relief to see what a bite feels like. So, hoping we get one. Well, that's the first 3/4 of an hour in the first swim. And absolutely nothing. I think confidence has taken a slight knock. Only I did feel as though I was on a winner down here. So far, it wouldn't appear that I am. Can only be I'm not doing something right. There's plenty of small silvers and fry showing on the surface. So you'd have thought there'd be a perch or two about. It shows you what I know. Give it a little bit longer in his swim. maybe a change of bait, and then try a different spot, I think. Oh, change of lure. You never know. Sort of yellowy twin tail thing is probably the best way to describe it. And I thought trying it in the margin, a slightly faster retrieve might be worth a try. If you think I'm doing it wrong, by all means provide me with some advice in the comments. Because I need all the help I can get, I think. Well, I think I've just about exhausted this swim. The good news is that I haven't lost any gear so far, so at least it's a clean swim, but there certainly don't seem to be any interested perch about. So we'll drop down one peg and see if things improve. Oh, I wasn't sure there. I don't know whether that was a bite or not. It's just down in the margins on the right though. It's worth a try again. Ooh. This is the problem I'm having now. There's been a couple of times there when I thought it felt like something having a go. But I just can't be sure. But both times was in a similar sort of spot. Well, that's the first 3 hours. Half a dozen changes of lure and 2 different pegs and nothing, I'm afraid. So I've been giving some thought to what to do next. And the other excuse me, the other thing that I know is in this stretch, apart from the perch, is there's a fair stock of crayfish. Those of you that have watched some of my pike fishing expeditions here may recall that at one time or another I was having great difficulty with the deadbait being attracting the crayfish. So what I have got in the bag is a small number of different sort of creature baits, and I'm inclined to give one of those a go, just to see if it makes any difference. If nothing else, you can fish them a lot slower, I gather. So yeah, I think we'll have a change of end tackle and try creature bait, because the drop shotting isn't working for us. So, creature bait on a Ned rig. Let's see if that makes any difference. We've got it rigged weedless at the moment, but if there are any sort of serious snags out there, then this will find them for sure. Okay, change of scenery, peg number 3, and still on the creature bait. That doesn't seem as deep. I'm beginning, if I'm completely honest, I'm beginning to despair. I've been at it now for thick end of 4 hours with no signs of life. I know that amongst the comments on the previous Finesse amateur hour videos, there were a number of people that suggested one thing I should try was drop shotting a worm. I'm not sure about that, but if I was going to fish this stretch for a perch with a worm, I think I would probably revert to the tip rod, feeder, get some ground bait in, rather than, and perhaps most importantly, bring me chair so I can have a sit down, because the one thing that this approach entails is a lot of standing about, and if I'm completely honest, I'm of an age where having a chair is becoming more and more essential. as there's definitely not as deep up here than where we started. Morning. Well, that's an hour in peg 3 with the creature bait. And apart from one interruption by a couple in a kayak thing, nothing to report. So I'm going to work my way back to where I started, and if nothing happens, I'm going to call it a day. Right then, back to where we started. Still on the creature bait, still no fish, which I have to say, having spent a long time thinking about coming here to try and catch a perch, after my initial attempts on the reservoirs produced absolutely nothing, I was fairly confident that we might get something here. However, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. And I'm not sure why. Oops, there goes the kingfisher. Yeah, I'm not sure why. And as I say, disappointed. I'm going to give it another half hour, and then it'll be time to head back up the road. Well, how disappointing was that? That was pants, frankly. As I said, I was quite hopeful that this would produce a perch for me, but sadly not. I think I said at the start of this that whilst lying on a sunbed in Greece, in lovely Lindos, I had a lot of time to think about my fishing, and I decided obviously that this was going to be the first part of my summer fishing. See if I could break my duck with this finesse gear. But if that's not going to happen, then I think I'll probably commit to focusing on the crucian carp. Those of you that have been with me for over the years will know that I often say that my second favourite fish is the crucian carp. So I think I might just focus on seeing if I can catch a few of those, perhaps even a new PB, who knows. But as for the finesse gear, I haven't made my mind up. There might be some cheap tackle for sale shortly, I think. Sorry I didn't have a fish to show you today. Thank you for watching if you've stayed with me this far. And probably crucian carp next. See you again soon. Bye for now.